Happy to see you here. How was your panel?
It was great. It was a great mix of infrastructure and user-based services. So we got to talk about the whole landscape of AI.
Was there any controversial topic that you discussed, or you were agreeing on everything with your panelists?
No, I don't think. I think we disagreed in a collaborative way. Privacy in AI is really difficult. Not necessarily because we don't believe that it should be private, but the technology hasn't quite caught up with the user expectation.
Yeah, understood. Can you introduce me to your company in an easy way?
Sure. So Venice is a chat app. It's very similar to ChatGPT. You can ask it questions, you can create pictures, you can create a virtual character so that you have a private therapist or a fitness trainer, but it's completely private. So none of your information is stored anywhere outside of your browser, which means that your conversations with the AI stay private. So your data can't be sold, and your data can't be manipulated against you in the future, potentially. Venice is also uncensored, so if you've used any of the other major chat apps in the past, you might have been told that it couldn't answer that for you, and Venice doesn't do that. Venice will answer all of your questions.
Okay, sounds exciting. I need to try it. I have a few questions about Venice. So the first one, how does Venice privacy-first no data storage design challenge the current AI landscape?
So I think data in AI is important. The models that we're creating are created with the use of data. And that is always going to be the case, but whether or not we're asked our permission to provide that data is not happening today. If you're using a major platform, you're giving away your data. And unlike social media, for example, which is information that we put out into the world because we want to share it, a lot of the conversations that we have with AI are deeply personal. They're about our health, they're about our friendships, they're about our relationships, and they're meant to be private. So meeting that user expectation so that you can use it to analyze blood results, for example, and not have that information maybe end up in the hands of an advertiser or your insurance company in 5 years' time, for example. So that's important, and then equally the censorship resistance is probably equally critical. We are using AI to learn and explore new ideas, and if those ideas are throttled, or if we are tried to engineer our users toward thinking a certain way, the AI company should not be the arbiter of what the truth is.
Yes, totally agree with you. What ethical challenges come with Venice fully permissionless and censorship-free AI?
Sure. I think that there is an expectation from kind of mainstream that there need to be these safety provisions, which, again, a company or board of directors has decided what's acceptable and what isn't, right? How do we keep people safe? But ultimately, if everything is stored on your browser and you're having existential conversations, how is that any different from having a conversation with your therapist or having a conversation with a priest, right? There's nothing inherently evil or unsafe about the exploration of ideas. And so for us, we think that the danger of corrupting intelligence, machine intelligence, is pure, right? It only becomes corruptible when somebody starts deciding what should be in there and what shouldn't be. And I think that removes choice.
Makes sense. What surprising uses have non-technical users found for Venice?
Non-technical users have access to open source models. That is materially different from other mainstream apps that have a black box. So you don't know what's in there, you don't know how the information is trained. We only use open source models, and you can go and see what those weights are. So there's a level of transparency with Venice that you don't get in other places. And some of these models are more performant in some ways than ChatGPT or Claude, for example. So open source models are becoming increasingly more performant, and users are able to use small models for very light, agile work, and very large parameter models for deeper, more analytical work. And so with Venice, you get a whole host of models, 10 plus, to do a variety of tasks. And if you are the most sophisticated, we have an API that developers and AI agents are able to access. They can access that with our token, which enables them to have ongoing inference basically at no cost.
What can you say about AI personalized experience?
Yeah, so personalized experience in AI is getting better. Memory and context are the key elements that make the experience personal to you. Right now, we're working on methods to provide that context that is personal to you, but again, it will only be stored in your browser. So instead of having to upload all that personal information about you so that the AI can tailor its responses to you, it would still be held in your browser, and they might be documents that you've uploaded so that the AI can reference them, but they don't leave your personal space. So they're still secure and only private to you.
Is it launched already? Can I go and use Venice?
You can use Venice, yeah. You go to venice.ai. You can use it for free. You can use it anonymously. And you can obviously upgrade and get access to more powerful models and more inference if you subscribe.
Yeah.
If you subscribe this week, you can get 20% off if you use the code ETHCC.
Ooh, that's perfect for listeners. Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much
Thank
for being
you.